This AskReddit user asks, how do you fight loneliness? Embrace it lol. Simple, but when I think about it, the more you fight it the worse it is, so yeah. Guess you're right. I started an aquarium. Type P in my browser and enter. Then I'm all set. Doggy. Who is receiving? You or loneliness? Name the dog Loneliness. And whenever you are down you can call loneliness to make you feel better. Because that's what good bois do. Learn to be your own best friend. I enjoy spending time with friends and family, but I have learned not to have the need to be with others. I work on myself. Meditate. Exercise. Watch PBS Space Time. The world is a fascinating place and it can easily keep you occupied. Yeah, I find it easy to fall into the thought that there's nothing left to do in this world. But usually it's case of me not looking for new things to do. Wilco. I'd like to say something witty and clever, but it's really just alcohol mostly. Man, alcohol makes me more lonely tbh. With a sword and shield. So you play Pokémon? God. Why didn't I think of that? D. I'm more of a spear and shield kinda guy. Discord. I joined servers that are geared towards meeting friends. Online interaction isn't quite the same as an in-person friendship. But it helps me not feel so alone. Also, the relative anonymity of the internet can help to talk about your problems without fear of being judged. You don't have to worry about that judgmental look on someone's face when you tell them something personal. Become your own best friend. How? Through the power of masturbation. Self-love and learn to enjoy being your own friend. Solitude has some amazing benefits. Yeah. I really would like to learn to be happy being alone, but I've always been a very social person. When I was younger I was either out with friends or playing online games talking with friends. Loneliness is a state of mind. I listen to podcasts. Seems to really help. Try Armchair Expert with Dax Shepard. This is a great idea. I'll try it out. Thank you. Lunch Club podcast is fucking hilarious. Dan Shepard and Minimus Mouse. What I am doing right now. I go on Reddit and comment on posts. Makes me feel better since I'm somewhat interacting with others. Otherwise, I just play video games and all the stress just leaves me. Yeah, it's odd how much nicer it is interacting with strangers on Reddit rather than people you know on Instagram or something. Wonder why that is. I always found talking to people online a lot easier than in person. I can always take a moment to think what to say rather than staring at the person for 5 minutes figuring out what to say. And also, no one knows how you look on the other side. You don't gotta worry about how people might judge you. Yeah, that's true. I think I also worry about how people I know IRL would interpret my messages. Like if I messaged a girl I knew just to chat, if they'd think I'm trying to hit on them, or if I message someone, do they think I have some ulterior motive? Alcohol. Cars or video games, I don't fight it, I just accept it. Fists probably would be the best choice. Baseball bat even better. Smile all the time. Shine your teeth to meaningless. And sharpen them with lies. Contextual tune for the younger audience. Make sure to laugh at every joke. I was humming this as I read the title. Wilco, right? There it is. Was waiting for this one. Kick it in the nuts. Honestly, I don't. I just try to hide from it. By putting in the work. Inviting people to do things. Yeah, you are right. But what can you do when you are feeling lonely and don't have the option of inviting people out? Hit people up for a chat. Arrange a group call. I have a few guys that we do a Zoom quiz every week. It's not always easy. Loneliness is pretty hard to overcome, but it can be done with some persistence. Smile all the time. Laugh at every joke. Even your own. Video games. Online ones for socializing. Story ones for immersion. There's a game for everyone. Key is finding the right one for you. if you take this seriously. GameRank's YouTube channel and PlayStation Access. They don't just show PlayStation games. Both channels show you game overviews. My advice would be the online MMOs for socializing, as you can socialize on them for a while. Not just quick match to quick match. Story games I'd recommend: Horizon Zero Dawn, The Witcher 3, Red Dead Redemption 2, BioShock and the Outer Worlds. Assassin's Creed might be more your thing for fun RPGs. Simpler games are Unravel, Sea of Thieves, Pokémon, which can be emulated on almost any computer. Can't think of much more simpler games. However, they are usually indie games. If you sit still long enough, anywhere can feel like home. You can feel at home and also feel lonely. Having a pet. Drugs. Been down that path before, and I'll tell you one thing. You'll come full circle right back to where you began. Use responsibly. I'm actually 12 days sober. I'm seeking treatment and seeing a counselor. Thanks for the encouragement. I haven't had this much energy in years. Well done, man. In that case, I gave you the complete wrong advice. Don't use at all. Haha, but good on you. Keep it up. Accepting yourself for who you are and not what you think you should be. Easier said than done. But after that happened, I don't ever feel lonely. How did you manage this? Trying to look at myself honestly. Listening to others. Admitting when I've made mistakes. Journaling really helped. Crying and allowing myself to be vulnerable when I never had that growing up. Oh. And time and therapy. Yeah, I've been journaling and crying a lot as a means to get over a breakup. It's hard to know when I've fully accepted myself. One night I'll seem to be super mature and accepting of myself, and the next a complete wreck. Just takes time, I guess. Working out. I use judo. I learned to appreciate solitude. How? Loneliness as a feeling is isolation from others. Solitude is different. The ability to explore and enjoy your own company is an important knack. We are very social animals as humans, but it is possible to feel lonely when are surrounded by thousands, or even if we have a strong support networks of loved ones. However, if you take the time to be your own best friend, then you'll never be alone. Which all sounds very nice, but you asked how. So I suggest that you start with some basics. Read a book and decide if you like it. Listen to some music and decide if it's to your taste. Cook for yourself and find out what you enjoy. Go for an adventure. Even a walk. To somewhere you haven't been before. Take some photos on the way and look at them the next day to remind you, see how you feel. Write half a page of A4 in the evening and read it over breakfast before throwing it in the bin. Of saving it for later. Begin to investigate yourself and learn what makes you tick, and then you'll find that you're much better company to others, and your happiness will be increased as you know yourself better and your courage grows and you begin to discover what an interesting and complex person you are. Hope this helps you. It all worked for me. Lots of cyber love. Oh. Wow, thanks. Some great ideas. I resort to reading when I'm lonely, but going out on some solo adventures is something I need to try. God. I can't be lonely because I have the ultimate friend. Please don't say he's not real. I'm not trying to fight. That's actually pretty wholesome. Me. Is lonely. My man J-Dog. You got a friend in me. Right there with ya man. With a PlayStation, a motorcycle and a whole lot of weed. Oh, I made friends, had a nah bro, that's PYST. I used AFN sword, get the FK out loneliness. Find some hobbies that interest you. Then find local groups near you. Proceed to make some friends. Any hobby recommendations? I like to fish and bought a kayak. Now even if I'm not catching anything, I'm still outside enjoying nature and getting some exercise. I also like darts. They have electric boards where you CSN play against other people all over the world. Ah, that sounds great. I've always wanted to try fishing. Whoa, didn't know about online darts boards. That's cool. Chill with my sleep paralysis demons while playing Apex. With unhealthy amount of introversion. Reddit. HL yeah bro. You let it consume you because you can't afford a dog and people hate you just like me. I don't hate you. Shave. Shower. Put on some nice clothes and go to the local AA meeting. I mostly watch stuff I have known for years. It's comforting. YouTube mostly. Animal companion, gaming and friending. Like seriously there's nothing better than playing our favorite game while our pets. For me fish. Just bop. Weed. Lots of weed. Play World of Warcraft Classic. I'm in a great guild and it feels like a home to me. Ah man. Don't tempt me. Haha. It is quite addicting. But I'd recommend it anyways. Haha. It is quite addicting. But I'd recommend it anyways cause it's such a great game. Stuffed toys that I hug. Proactively. I didn't realize I was lonely. But I ended up getting diagnosed as diabetic. Started getting depressed because of all the foods I couldn't eat anymore. Then my dad's health takes a turn for the worse. And all of that just sends me spiraling down. During this time I start learning to play a game called X-Wing Miniatures. Found some folks who played locally. Started playing on a regular basis. It was slow going at first. But I started making friends. Having fun. And genuinely enjoying myself. As well as looking forward to playing once a week. It was only after a few months that I realized I had been lonely. I play Animal Crossing. The villagers have become my virtual friends. To the point where I cry at the nice notes they send me sometimes. I've done the same except in Stardew Valley. That's really wholesome. And here I am thinking the villagers are the worst part of my island. I focus on myself. You gotta fight fire with fire. I'll drive to an empty field at 2 a.m. when I'm lonely and pull out a lawn chair and sit there for an hour or two by myself. It's quite nice actually. Video games. Because of the pandemic I am not able to see my friends and we've kinda fell apart, so right now music is my best friend. Sorry to hear. I'm in a similar boat with my friends. What music are you listening to? Mainly 21 Pilots, Imagine Dragons and My Chemical Romance. Do you have any suggestions? I really love the band Modest Mouse. Specifically the album This Is a Long Drive for Someone with Nothing to Think About. Also been listening to a band called Pinback. I recommend their album Blue Screen Memories. Not sure if you'll dig it, but give it a try. I have a dog. Can confirm. I fight loneliness by disguising myself as a dog and living in this man's house. I also choose this man's dog. I also choose this dog's man. Companionship. Create React app. Pay money and join a kickball league. Better to pretend like you have friends than sit at home and do nothing all day. Fake it till ya make it. I got a dog this year and I read a lot and I try to talk to my best friend every day for some time. Get active. Exercise. Go for a run. But run as slow as you want. No one is judging. No one cares. Go out at 5 a.m. You're already lonely, but when you go for a run at 5 a.m., especially in the colder, darker winter months, you realize how liberating loneliness can be. The city is yours and loneliness is no longer a problem. It's a gift. Also vodka. Text or call my friends. Kitty. Learning about myself. Finding things to do or people to hang out with. Having a weekly, bi-weekly meet-up in person or online really helps and lets you have something to look forward to doing. Personally, I've been enjoying Dungeons & Dragons and other RPG tabletop games. For me it's all about personal hobbies. I write. I draw. I read. I learn. I use my loneliness to do things that I wouldn't do without loneliness. Imagine you are not lonely. Step 1. At 1 a.m. Stand near a wall, there should be no one around you. Step 2. Shout the following spell: loneliness, I love you. Step 3. Fake cry when loneliness leaves you. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more videos.